Oh, there we are. I think we're on.
Yes.
We're live. I hope the microphone is placed decently that you can hear me. But the reason why I want to stream, there's two reasons. One, he's off tomorrow, right? So you're
Yes.
tired from working all week.
Yeah.
But also, I wanted to update about my health, really for his sake and my sake
Yes.
to document it. But I figured we'll do it in stream form. This is like the modern day like home movie. And even though it's public, no one really watches it, so it doesn't matter. So what we'll do, I'll tell you what happened today with me at my post surgery follow up. Now, my surgery, let me take a quick look here. My surgery was. Mike sounds good. Uh, okay, so my car accident was December 15th. I was in the hospital from that day until for a week till the 22nd, but nothing was done. Too swollen, known around. I went to this clinic. It's part of the hospital, same campus, but it's a different wing. This orthopedic clinic on December 29th for a pre-surgery. They took X-rays and ultrasounds for the surgeon to know what he was doing. I went back after New Year's. I was in the hospital from the 4th to the 7th. I had my surgery on January 5th. And now, that was the 5th. This is the 22nd. It's like 17 days, so over 2 weeks ago, I had my surgery. For the first time, I was able to go and figure out what's going on. So we have a better idea of what's going on down below. So yeah, I should show whoever's interested. I did get because I was wearing that pair of yellow socks, and the guy, the doctor today. Well, I'll go through the story chronologically, I guess, but I'll share my new socks. He got rid of the yellow ones, and he gave me a pair of blue ones, and I'll explain what I'm wearing. I got blue socks, but here, oh, where did I put them? Where was that? Oh, damn it! That piece of plastic. I want to share it.
I don't know.
That's okay. We'll get back to it. No one's
Was that over there?
Yes, he just hands to me, so I opened up. This, for anyone who's interested, these are the hospital socks. You see this? By ASP Medicine. ASP Medicine, these are called non-skid patient slippers. They call them slippers. They're just really socks. And double tread. Double tread, and these are blue as opposed to the old ones, the yellow ones in there. I think they're BG, they're big. These are big ones. Yes, these are I call them non-slip socks. Non-slip socks. They call them non-skid slippers or whatever. So I got a new pair of socks, or not. Anyway, now in advance, I had to book one of these rides with one of these damned, what do you call it? You know, those like these medical transport companies.
Okay.
And what they do, I called them like over a week ago because you need to book in advance. And I told them, because I've used them twice before. I used them when I went to in December for the pre-surgery visit, and then I used them again when I was gonna use them for the hospital. I thought I used them twice. For the hospital, I used the ambulance, and they called me. Right. Anyway, I used one of these places, and I told them because I've used them before. I said, "Listen, I'm in a wheelchair. I need someone to carry me down these 4 or 5 stairs. Can you send 2 people? They call it the driver and the assist, not the assistant, the assist." They said, "Sure." And just like last time, they didn't send an assist. So I said to myself, we had to wait. Like last time, we had half an hour for someone in the area to come in. So I said, "Screw this." I said, "Listen, I've got a pair of knee pads." I told the guy, "I'll put my knee pads on, and I'll just sort of hobble down these stairs. I need you to bring my wheelchair down the stairs so that I can hop back in it." Because I didn't feel like waiting for an assistant to come and the 2 of them to lift me up, strap me, and lift me heavily down these stairs. So I just put my. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm very lucky that I can move my legs. If I were totally crippled, this would say this is like you're really on your own in the world. It's like and of course it helped that I was there once before. It seemed like yesterday. I can't believe it was last year. 4 years. And it was strange because that was good. I knew what to do. And I always bring my handy notebook. I want to ask questions, take notes. So I brought this, my book of notes. And when I was there, I went in. First, these 2 girls, I can show the video later. These 2 girls gave me an extra. One was like this. She was nice. She seemed kind of sapphic. Yes. Kind of a sporty girl. But she was nice. And the other chick was like learning. and they took my X-rays, and then I went in this room, and it wasn't a doctor. He was like a resident student, like a doctor in training. And he came in and he took off. He got a pair of like scissors, like medical scissors, and he was kind of close to the skin, like whoa, easy. But he cut off the bandages from like my feet up to my legs. And I took a picture. If anyone wants to see it, if anyone wants to have a foot reveal, they're disgusting. I showed you. They're like, guys, I can show them. It's just, they're disgusting.
It's not necessary, but if you want to do it.
But they know. But they said the guy said, "Oh yeah, this is normal. This is natural." But I told him that my right foot is weird. Like I really can't move my toes. He said, "Try. You got to try to move your toes. Don't let arthritis set in. Do this exercise or lifting. Kind of the best." I said the left feels pretty good. Left feels good. A little sore in the ankle, but good. The right is still is the most problematic. And he looked at the X-rays because everything, it's a digital X-ray. It comes out instantly. And he said, okay, everything looks good as far as I can tell. The bones are set right. Everything should be, it's healing properly. And he said, he said, you can't stand for 4 weeks, but you should start physical therapy in 2. I'm looking at him like, what the fuck does that mean? I said, well, do you recommend any physical therapists? Can you give me a list or something? And you can tell he's guessing. He's like, well, no, maybe you can call your auto insurance, the policy. I'm like, that's not how it works. They're not going to find a physical therapist for me. So I'm on my own to find a physical therapist because he goes, we're just an orthopedic clinic. We're affiliated with the hospital, but we're a separate wing or separate unit. So we don't prescribe medicine and we don't suggest any outside doctors. We just tell you to get physical therapy. So I got to find, give me a prescription for it. I got to find someone who, and I even said to him, I said, how is to get there? I need to hire the special, it's like a van, like a medical van that has a lift for wheelchairs. I'm like, I'm going to take one of those like 2 or 3 times a week to go to physical therapy. He's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, great. What are your other patients? Oh, I don't know. So I figure how this works. And then he said, okay, we're going to put you in what are called CAM boots, CAM, CAM boots, which are those big black boots. You've probably seen them before. I said, great. He goes, you're in luck. Our vendor is here right now. This dude walks in. He's probably, I would guess, late 50s, early 60s. And he's like, oh, wait, I got a problem. I need your insurance information. I need the claim for your auto insurance. I said, fine. No problem, man. I got it all right here. So I open up the page. So I come prepared. Even though the clinic had all that information, because I brought it last time, I said, I better have this just in case. Sure enough, this guy's like, oh, okay. So he writes it down. He goes, it's going to take me a couple days. It might take me a whole day or 2 to get authorization. I said, okay, I can wait a couple days. Unless you want to pay me $100 now and you can resubmit for reimbursement. And I said, no. First of all, I didn't bring my wallet. But I said, no, just get the authorization. So they couldn't give me the CAM boots. So this vendor guy, he claims he does delivery, so maybe he's here. Someone will drop it off. I'll call him tomorrow, make sure he has everything. Because they gave me a prescription for that as well. They gave me a prescription for physical therapy and a prescription for the CAM boots. But I think they gave him because he doesn't work for the hospital, but he's associated with them, so he should have. But I'll check tomorrow. And the doctor came back in, or the resident came back in, and he's like, "Oh, since you can have a CAM boot, I got to recast you." And he gets this stuff. It wasn't plaster. It was like this strip. I asked him what it was called. I forget what he said. It was this long strip that. So he got another guy. This freaking tall fag albino looking guy, and these 2 dudes, they did it on both. They put this. I'll call it a plaster strip. It wasn't really plaster, some kind of hardening thing. They put the strip here, and they put the strip here. And the main resident I was talking to, he held this foot. He said, "I got to make sure. I want your feet to be like perfectly 90 degrees." So he took the left foot, which was fine. The left foot isn't painful. The ankle hurts. This was left foot was a busted ankle. It's the right foot that was And so this big tall other resident, he's like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. And he goes, I know it's painful, but you got to. I'm like, it was like, oh, this thing, because I really can't move this one as well. See how you can see I really can't bend it. This one, if you look closely, I can bend it. I can wiggle my toes with ease. It's really just the ankle. So the main resident held doctor in training held the left. It was the guy on the right. He's all like this. I'm like, oh, for the love of fuck. Oh, fuck you. I said, I know it's necessary. Oh, fuck. It hurt like fuck. And, but now, feel that. Feel the bottom. It's hard. Feel that?
Yeah.
They're both hard. They actually went up further. after I never had legging this high or wrap bandages this high, so they did it to support it. The calf, if you feel back here, it's from like.
Okay.
So from, I would say, not my tippity toes, but from like the ball of my foot, all down the foot, up the back here, up here, all pretty much the whole leg up to the calf has this hardened plaster on, not plaster, but it was a long wet strip they put on, and they put the bandage around it, and then it took, I would say, it felt like an eternity. I would say at least 5 minutes for it to like harden enough. And even after harden, they said, we'll put your feet down now, but don't. But I jumped ahead. What I should tell you is, after before all this happened, I got the x-rays, and I told you, I went in, and the main resident took a pair of like scissors, but like, you've seen before those surgical scissors, he cut off my old bandages, and my feet look disgusting, but he told me, and you're getting confused, I'll explain to you. He said, okay, I got to remove, even though the left foot is better off than the right foot, the left foot, I guess the ankle surgery, had staples. And by staples, buddy, I mean actual pieces of fucking metal. I didn't realize there was actual metal, like metal,
Yes.
Sometimes you might, kind of very similar to what you might use if you want to run a wire along a wall, the wire, what those things are called?
Staples.
It was like that. These were actual staples, metal. So even though the left foot was better, he was ripping them out, and it was painful as fuck. And I'm like, and by the end, I'm like, how many are there? And he goes, 12. I said, what number were you on? He goes, oh, that was number 12. I said, thank God. Yeah, even though the left foot's better off, they were actual metal staples. The right foot, which was a heel surgery, which is the worse off foot, simply had sutures, and I had to be removed. And I said, what are the differences between sutures and stitches? And he said, nothing. So sutures or stitches in the right, basically thread that'd be pulled out in the right. Didn't hurt at all. The right foot's worse off, but it didn't hurt at all. The left foot, those staples, they were actual metal. He's pulling them out like a pair of medical pliers. They hurt like, I was like, oh my fucking, he actually called in this colored nurse to hold my left foot up. As he was, I was like, every time he pulled it out, oh my God, it was like, imagine being actually stapled. Like take a stapler, a metal staple. It was like that in reverse. Every time, like, oh, fuck. It really, yes, the left had actual metal staples.
Now,
the right had sutures or stitches.
Do you have any staples or sutures
No.
now?
I have metal in my body that they put in screws and rods inside me. And I even asked him, I said, should I remove those like one of these days after I'm healed up? No, you just leave them in. I'm like, well, I've heard stories people say it limits your mobility. No, they should be. So I'll see. But it's still healing. It'll be like a year from now. But I don't like the fact that a bunch of metal in me. But yeah, the staples hurt like fuck. Oh my God, 12 staples. And the sutures came out like nothing. Just wanted to thank you for I stopped by. I was just hardly. I flew off to history. It was nice to see him.
It's been a while.
Hacker's a nice dude. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yes, we're just talking about my follow-up post-surgery orthopedic clinic visit. Speaking of the said post-surgery orthopedic clinic, after I got done, see, it's weird. Like the last time I was there, they dropped me off at this area where the ambulances come in. The main entrance is up a slight incline, and this time we went to that ambulance. When I got there, we went to the ambulance entrance, and we went into this the ambulance entrance foyer. And this guy, this security guard, goes, "No, he's got to go to the main." I'm like, this is fucked up. I'm glad I've been there before, and I'm glad I know things work. Because last time they took me to the emergency place, and that's where I left from. This time, so the guy wheeled me up this incline into the main hospital. And it was a revolving door. It was a real pain in the ass. I got in there, I'm like, this is not handicap friendly. I understand the world is a tough place when you're crippled. I don't expect everyone to conform. It wouldn't be reality. But you would think a hospital, especially a major hospital, the one place. And when I was trying to leave, I said, all right, I had to call for my return. Right, I got to call him. So I'm ready to go. And I told him, I said, listen, I'm in the main lobby, but I'll meet you where it'll be easier. I'll meet you where the ambulances come. I'll get myself down there. So remember, the guy rolled me up going. I left the main entrance, and I said, let me roll down. Quickly, I can show a video. It's like this. There were cars in this. There was no handicap ramp, no cripple-friendly, retard, disabled ramp. There's a hospital, tons of stairs. Yeah, the way he rolled me, there was kind of like an decline over here. But when I went to try to do it by myself, the bricks, you got to see the video to believe it. It was just, oh my God. So yes. And now I got to find a physical therapist. I've got to call this orthotic, or what the hell is he called? Not orthopedic. He's an
Supplier.
orthocist. Quiet, don't guess, please, buddy. When you guess, you make things worse. Don't try to guess. No, he was a orthotist. And he's going to get me my cam boots.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. He should, yeah, and I know. I even said after he left, I said to the residents, I said, yeah, a day or two turns into like 3 weeks. I already know what this is going to turn into. But I got to chase him down. He claims, I said, well, how am I supposed to get this shit off? I come back here. This orthotist says, no, I can take them off. And let's hope so. So I'm doing my exercises. I'm trying to wiggle my toes and move my feet bob up and down. And that's where I stand. That was my day. And of course, they were supposed to come between 11. I see the appointment was at 2. So 2:30. 2:30. They say ride by 2:15. So when I called for the ride, I said I got to be there at 1:30. I bumped it an hour. Because if I said I got to be there at 2:30, they won't come until the last. I'll be late. So I said the appointment's at 1:30. So they said, okay, that means your driver will be there between 11 and 12. Of course, they came after 12. It was like 12:05, 12:10. The guy was by himself. So I did it right that way. So I was on time. And I got there and I waited. And even after 2 o'clock came and went, I waited. There were a bunch of people there. I was like one of the last to go. We were all snapped. But I knew where to go because I'd been there before. So it's like, it's a shame to say I was able to navigate it because I'd done it before. If this was my first time, it was not,
Yeah.
And this was actually worse than the first time I was there for the pre-surgery. So the pre-surgery, I was new. I didn't know what I was doing, but at least it was okay. And I got the lay of the land. This time, when I called for the ride back, I said, listen, I'm not going to be in the main lobby. I'll meet them down by, because I can't believe they insisted I go through the main entrance. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah, you would think a hospital would be more accommodating to someone in your situation.
And more, yeah, like I said,
apparently it's not.
Nope. That's what I did when I couldn't get down that ramp to go down. I left the main entrance. When I realized it would be treacherous to go down that ramp, trying to get to the ambulance area, I went back through the revolving doors into the hospital. And I rolled up to the counter, and there was a guy behind the counter, and there was a security guard standing there. I said, listen, I'm trying to get down where the ER, the ambulances come in, but there's no ramp outside. And the one, this wannabe cop, he's like, no, there isn't here. Oh, I'll take you to he wheels me the elevator. He goes, you gotta go down 1 level to ground floor 1 and you're good. I said, okay. So it's like they know that it's not handicap friendly.
Yeah.
This is a hospital. Who are they? So I said my piece. Oh. Now I'm stretching. Okay. Have we shared all there is to share? No, wait, there's something else I want to share. Oh, where is it? If I can find it. If I could only. We've got some fan art from someone from down under. Where is it? Hi, Jasmine. It's nice to see you. You missed my whole spiel about my post-op surgery. Thank you for asking. No, what's her name? Donna, down in Australia, was kind enough to share this lovely. It's so true to life here. Let's see what we can do here.
My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses. My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses. My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses. My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses.
Now, is Uncle Elton in the other room there? We got to be careful.
Oh, yes.
Got to be careful.
This is well done.
Well done. This is one of the better ones.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. We've had people experiment with AI and just not that funny, but this was very well done. And if you look here, if you go to it, I commented. I said, "Wow, I can't wear his sunglasses, but he can wear my flannel. Look at that. He's wearing he can wear my flannel, but God forbid I wear his." And there's no pleasing Uncle Elton. Hear that? And so true to life. And I love the lyrics. I wish I could have written those myself. I wish it was a real song that I'd written, but Donna wrote it, and you got to mean what you write. So good job, Donna. And we got a couple off-grid. I love it. So she replied to him. Oh, lucky you! You saw Elton. And James, of course, said, brilliant, because he's got to say that.
Yes.
And she goes, oh, thank you. So she responds to James, her lovey dove, and she responds to Off Grid, but she doesn't respond to me, the person the video is all about, or the AI. Yeah, so it's a little heartbreaking.
My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses.
But I guess, I need to thank the lady who made that video. It speaks for itself. Art speaks for itself. No comments necessary. So, okay.
Yes.
We wanted to stream for a little bit.
We
Some
did,
time.
yes.
Yeah, it was a waste of time.
I need to do a 30-second timeout thing.
I forget what we're going to do. I wanted to share my day. I think
Yes.
there's anything else I wanted to share. Yes, we thought about two other things we want to discuss. Well, first, I did ask the guy, I said, I know you can't guarantee anything, but when do you think I'll be fit to fiddle? And he said, yeah, by June. So can I move furniture? I said, I don't want to do anything to damage it. He goes, we'll see how you turn out. But yeah, by June, July, you should be fine. Now, the landlord wants to kick us out. He finally got back to me. He was ignoring me. He got back to me. His message was, I haven't responded to him yet. His message was something stupid like, oh, hope recovery is going well. We understand your concerns, but no, as we told you in November, we want to take back the house. I'm thinking to myself, he only told me that when I asked him what his fucking plans were. He probably would have come here in person and said, I want you out in a few weeks. So,
Yes.
and he wrote, even though you can't move even though you can't move furniture in your crippled state, you got your brother, you can like oversee your brother. I'm like, what the fuck? I'll go fuck yourself. And then he was like, as I mentioned, we discussed the deposit. We got to discuss my parents who lived here for 20 some odd years. They own the oven stove, they own the refrigerator, they own a freezer in the garage, an old freezer, and they own the washer dryer.
Yes.
Now, I don't have to lug them away. I can leave them or try to sell them to him if he really wants them because they're old. But he goes, we can discuss all that after the property has been returned. I'm like, no. You just, I'm not going to say I'm leaving. Oh, I want my refrigerator back. That's not how this fucking works. So he's kind of whacked. He's in la fucking land. So we got to talk this next day how we want to respond to him. We got to respond to him anyway by the end of the month when rent time comes up. So I'll think about how I want to reply. You guys can give me some suggestions. Leave your comments down below. Yeah, YouTube keeps turning them off. I got to manually turn them back on. Happened last, so you can leave them on. So yeah, the landlord is playing games. What do you think, buddy? I mean, just what do you think? What do you that last paragraph about? Well, we can discuss all that after the house has been returned. It's like, no, I'm not going to leave your refrigerator and say, oh, what do we do about it? It's like either I'm leaving it or taking it. We discussed that before. You idiots.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's a fucking moron. But thank you for reading these.
Especially if you want us out, we're going to make sure everything is out. You got a house with no stove and no refrigerator. Fuck you. No washer dryer. Have fun with that.
It's necessary to make the refrigerator. Go fuck yourself.
You don't have to do that. A jug for me, a jug for you.
Oh, you should have told me.
Yeah.
I don't drink as much.
Yeah, this cup is much bigger than your cup.
Yes. But this cup is much tastier because it's aluminum. It's plastic. That's pretty good too.
Yes. Goes down easy in this.
And I got lucky. I got damn lucky because today was a mild day. It was actually balmy by winter standards. You say some. Remember a few days ago, you went to start your car up and your thermometer told you it was what?
It was -4. I don't think I'd ever seen a negative reading.
So we had a terrible after the snow.
Cold snap.
We had a terrible cold snap that lasted. Today it was like I put on 2 flannels. I was warm. What would you say? It was upper 40s?
I would say upper 40s.
Very nice today. I'm so lucky because I didn't schedule this date. This is the date they picked for me. Thank God, it just happened to be a lovely warm day. Now I'm supposed to see my regular doctor. I did ask the guy. I said I want to apply for temporary disability and maybe Social Security disability. Should I give you the forms as the part the doctors fill out? And he goes, you could, but honestly, we'd probably be quicker going through your regular doctor.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm supposed to see him on Monday. I scheduled this a few weeks ago. I'm supposed to see him on Monday, but We don't know what's going on. We might get a major snowstorm Saturday, but all through Sunday into we don't know. What would you hear last? It keeps changing.
Yeah,
I hear minimum. We'll probably get snow. Minimum half a foot, which is really 6 inches is nothing. But then others are saying that's on the low end. Yeah, like something ridiculous, like 18 inches, which is 3 feet. We haven't had a snowstorm in quite a while.
The spectrum is diverse. It's either going to be a few inches, not too much, to like a few feet, and a total.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we do occasionally get those crazy blizzards. Technically, they're not. When I was younger, I used to think a blizzard was just a lot of snow. A blizzard refers to the wind, not the actual snow amount. But oftentimes, heavy snowfall is accompanied by blizzard-like conditions. So yes, the same. But what we traditionally call a blizzard, like when you get feet of snow, that hasn't happened in a while because there's coastal mitigation. So snow is usually not terrible. It's like it's a pain in the ass, but it's not like crazy, not like lake effect snow or something. But now they're predicting upwards of 3 feet. I'm like, we can't. You're the only. We got a man down. We can't risk you wrecking your car.
We can't have that.
But we don't know. Is it going to snow? Is it not?
This lack of insight.
If it does snow all day Sunday, I won't be able to go to the doctor on Monday. I don't think that these medical transport vans are going to run. Plus the so it's now I got to reschedule a doctor's appointment. So what the fucking see what happens. I can't help you shovel. Just shovel bare minimum, really.
Yes, exactly.
Oh man, you know people.
Yes.
We got a show coming on at 10 o'clock. It's about 9:30. We're just killing time.
Yes.
I wanted to share the story of my day. I'm glad I did that. I guess other people are on right now.
There's other venues.
It doesn't matter. This is really just for me to recap the day. And things come up, and I have a record. I can go back and say, "Oh yeah, that's right. I might make a little video or not. I'll see how I feel and blend some things together. Just give you anyone who cares an insight into how the process works, or not. We got taxes coming up. Oh, so much shit to do.
Yeah.
And this landlord being a dick is just not helping. And me breaking my legs is not helping.
No. Destroying cars, not helping.
Not helping.
A lot of not helpful.
Although that's one less expense, but okay, yes. I did that video comparing my car to someone else's piece of shit car. Now my car is worse. But that wasn't the point. It wasn't, his car sucks. It was, this guy is not doing too well, but he's all like woke. It's like you're on the wrong. No, I'm sorry. He wasn't woke. He shouldn't be woke either. He was all he was the right wing. It's like either way, don't get woke, but don't be all like super duper conservative. You're the person those NEPUCs really exist for, not the immigrants, not the Rainbow Coalition. This asshole probably needs those very benefits that his hero Trump wants to take away. So because a lot of times you see a car like that, it is super woke, like stupid shit, like keep your hands off my body, keep your rights, coexist, keep your laws off my body. So it's usually like that. This guy was the opposite, but it's the same effect. But the point is, yes, I wrecked a car. But, no, not oh well. This sucks.
Yes, it does.
Man. All right, we can end it soon. I don't know. What else do you want? Something else? The landlord, the snow. We don't know anything about the snow. And it's like paperwork to do. It's like, oh my God.
Yes.
We can talk about other things. Right now, I'm just really updated. I'm tired because I didn't. Yes. My sleep pattern's been off, and I had to wake up early-ish to make sure I want to make sure I was wide awake and ready to go for this thing. I had to wait for them to come, so it's like I'm like, oh man, maybe try to lay down, take a nap. And another thing. When they remove the bandages that have been on for so long, like all the hair at the bottom of my leg, I even said, "Wow, the hair's dead." It's like, yeah, it's just like
really?
yeah, because it kills all the
Oh shit.
It'll grow back, I'd imagine, but I don't know. I would imagine.
When they cut the bandages off, did they rip out any hairs?
No, it didn't rip out. I just died from. Oh, and the suggestion was, he said, get circulation socks, or compression socks. So I got to look into compression socks. I'll look into that. Basically, and he told me, make sure, because I asked him, any risk of blood clots because I'm not moving? He said, yes, take aspirin twice a day. I'm like, well, no one told me that. So I'm going to take a baby aspirin, 81 milligrams, twice a day now. I took one before dinner, so okay, very good. To prevent clotting. And I won't be able to stand for at least 4 weeks. And this new casting they put on is higher than before. It's up to my calves. But supposedly some asshole, this orthotist is supposed to get me some, because the cam boots are nice. It's like a cast that you can actually remove.
Did you see the cam boots?
No, but I know what they are. You know if you saw them. Let's take a look. Let's see what the proper name, because some people call them air boots. Cam walkers, or what do you call it? Let's see if there's another name for it. walking cam boot.
Oh
or,
yeah, I've seen people in those things.
Let's share these so the Starlings can see what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, something like that. But these are nice because they have the restrictive and the weight of a cast, but you can remove them. I can't remove this, so I can say, okay, it's really itchy. My ankle itches, or even my leg itches. I can take this off and like tend to that, or I can take it off for a bit if I want to let the skin breathe. But so I'm still stuck in a cast. They're like, oh, we're gonna put the cam boots, and the cam boot guy's like, whoa. He was actually trying to make a bigger deal about like, I'm going to need the claim number in this, or it's going to get rejected. I wonder if this is some scam game he plays. This is what he was going on about it. I'm thinking to myself, one, they have this information here because I gave last time I was here for pre-surgery. I gave it to them, but don't worry, I have it in my notebook. He was like, yeah, it's going to take a while. I'm going to get authorization. It might take a few days. I don't know if a few days means a few weeks, or I think like a couple days is nothing. Unless you want to pay me $100 now and you can reimburse. I said no. So I had to contact this asshole. Yeah, so. Okay. I don't know, do we call it quits and just watch the news or some Shark Tank until the Practical Jokers comes on?
I think so, yeah.
Well, I can sip a little more beer. I still have beer. I wanted to talk about my day, and I figured I would do it on camera. Okay, and that's a wrap. People coming in just say hi, and I see. That's actually interesting. Even though there's no one here, we saw a couple people we don't see too often.
That's a good point.
Some people, some people here all the time. Now they're all gone. These people are occasional Starlings. Hacker, nice to see you. He's probably gone now. Nice to see you. And nice to see Jasmine and Monique again.
Always.
Always nice to see these. Maybe it's because we don't see them enough that they don't become annoying. You know what I mean? They're just, we only see them once in a blue moon, so it's and they're only here briefly, so it's a welcome reprieve. But yeah, okay. And now we're not seeing any of our regulars, which is kind of good.
It's always tomorrow night.
I don't know. Who knows? I just want to stream now and get this out because it happened today while it's fresh. And I don't know. Tomorrow you're off. You want to sleep in because you've been working all week. Sleep in, and we got to do some shit. We got to get some real shit done. Yes, I'm just too tired to do anything tonight. I can sit here, drink, and stream, but I'm not in a paperwork mood. I have the prescriptions for this. Can't make phone calls. It's too late. But I got to call the insurance company, ask them a bunch of questions about. I even asked the car insurance about the cam boot, about physical therapy, about if they got all the paperwork I sent them, when do I get my payments. I got to talk to that bitch. It's Friday, of course. Watch her take an early day. And I got to call this, orthotist guy. Make sure you have everything. You wrote it down. You should have it. Because when the lady gave me the prescription, she said, yeah, I'll give it to him. I think his name is Don. I'll give it to Don. I said, good. If not, I'll have a copy. Got to call him. Got to call some other place. Like, I got too much shit to do. So, life, adulting. My shrink says, do it for your brother. Okay? And do it, I hate to say this, do it against your parents. You show them. I said, yes. Taking mommy and daddy issues and parlaying them to something positive. We do have to get out of this house.
Yes.
Fuck this landlord and his fucking timetables. Oh, my fucking Christ. I just don't want to kill him. This is one thing. Anything I thought we really feel, I do feel sleepy. I don't know if I can nap right now. I feel like if I lay down, I might nap for a few hours, wake up, my pattern will be off. But it's like, maybe I'll nap for a bit. Or just we want to watch some TV. So.
We can always record it and watch it later.
Yeah. I'm getting bored with this, but I want to share my day.
Yes, no, you're supposed to peace.
Staples and sutures, and the hospital is not handicap friendly, and this and that, and
landlord.
Snow.
Or is there something else from the therapist, or?
No, that's not true. He was suggesting we cut the cable, which is not a bad idea, but you're kind of opposed to that because we do have a decent, because we're on this old grandfathered-in plan. When we leave here, unless we move someplace closer, we can transfer. Probably have to, if we want cable, it's going to be more, but you're iffy. Maybe we can try, because he was going on about, he's such a Jew. He uses Roku. He doesn't pay for anything. He said, you could pay for Netflix, but he was telling me he uses Roku. And
I just was Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile's for his phone. Okay. Through Mint Mobile, he learned that T-Mobile, the parent company, offers like a box, looks like a modem router thing, that puts Wi-Fi all over the place. That's his internet. And for TV, he then uses a Roku, doesn't subscribe to anything, and he just watches the free channels. We also had an antenna in case he wants to watch local news or football. I said, okay, that's cool, but I think we need a little more than that.
Yeah.
Plus, I actually remember when I was moving my parents in, our parents in that shit, that place.
Oh yeah.
There was a guy who lived below them, nice guy. He's like, yeah, man, because they have free Wi-Fi there. It's like,
yes.
yeah, man, I use the free Wi-Fi. No need to pay for internet. I'm like, awesome. I would do that. I would love to live in a place. And he goes, and yeah, I paid for Paramount Plus because I wanted to watch the show, but I can cancel anytime. So yeah, if you have free Wi-Fi already, but the shrink pays for this Wi-Fi service, and then that's his internet, and then he uses just a Roku just to watch the channels as are. We would need more than just
as is, yes.
Like, so I'm looking. Let me know if anyone's watching this. Any suggestions? I don't really know a lot of this stuff. There's Roku, Amazon Fire, Google this. Sling looks the best from what I can tell because Sling has like real channels. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Name some channels that we're used to. Like, even though I don't watch TV too often, you want to be able to. I even said to the guy, so listen, I'm not, when it comes to the news, I don't have a bent, but I like to watch Fox News, then go to CNN, then go to MSNBC, then go to Newsmax. I like to, play the field. News Nation. None of that's available on, but they have their own little Roku news channel. Like, fuck that. And I don't think you can pay for extra channels. I wouldn't mind paying a cheaper plan if the Sling is cable like, if it has like the History Channel, TBS, TNT, USA Network, the regular, the ones with the Cartoon Network, which we lost Cartoon Network. I can't watch, what's it called? Rick and Morty. And we lost something else. Oh, they took away. We still have AMC, American Movie Classics. We don't get Turner Classic Movies. They bundle it with some stupid sports package. I guess not enough people were buying the sports package. I'm like, why do they take that away and put it with the sports package?
Because the sports people aren't going to
watch that. They're trying to encourage more people. Like, ooh, if maybe they'll buy it if they see it. Yeah. I'm not paying extra for that, but if you want to go with the Sling, you can kind of create your own channels.
I think so, yeah.
But they offer a lot of the major, real, proper satellite cable channels.
Yes.
That we're used to, because you still want, real. So watch. You ever tried Pluto TV? It's interesting, but it's like, oh, here's the Mystery Science Theater channel. Here's the soap opera channel. And it's like, okay, but I want a real channel.
Yes.
That's why you're actually opposed to cutting the cable thing. You're the most. I'm trying to save you money.
I don't know. I mean, I remember I once posited some time ago that if we did do something like this, we would need internet. And you said, oh, I'm not ready to give up cable. But now, since you stream and whatnot, we know that internet is more important. But, we still need our options,
True. Oh, one other thing you said. I don't know. I'm going to check a weather report. Is the snow localized to the northeast, or is it moving from the west? I don't know what things look like in upstate New York or the Great Lakes. But you were saying, if Jesus...
Yeah, if there is like a heavy snowstorm in the northeast, and if Todd is shut in his little apartment there, he might give us a video or a stream. So
he hasn't made a video in over a
9
week.
days.
That's too long. He's never done this before. Going to stretch that long. So maybe we'll get some real,
unabridged,
unfiltered, raw, being in the glow, the effervescence of the master himself.
Yes.
I can't do that. All I can do is sit here and just talk about my fucked up life, which isn't enthralling. With him, he's got that it factor.
He does.
He's the Chad of this community, the Messiah, the great prophet. But who knows? We can't put pressure. But maybe if he is, even he realizes, winter's really coming back with a vengeance. So we're gonna be, fucking can't really walk around and do things. Well, I can't walk, period. But you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be kind of miserable. Because the snow there's still snow outside. Because it was warm today, it was starting to melt a bit. So it wasn't too bad, but I never hit again, All right. Waiting for my cam boot. What else? I guess that's it. Should we read a poem?
No, we should never read a poem.
Should we sing a song?
We should never sing a song. I'm just a downer, aren't I? Yes.
You can sit there. Let's play Donna's lovely video. Probably of all the AI videos that fans, I use the term loosely, acquaintances, starlings have made of me. That was even you, because I said I showed you that morning.
Yeah.
I saw it what happened was they actually contacted me. James was like, "Oh, Donna made a video. She wants you to watch it." Of course, I'm like, okay. For me, it's like 3:30 in the morning. For them, it's like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. So they're winding down. I'm like irregular hours, but I'm like, sure, I'll take a look. And I was like, that's great. And my brother, he got up that morning, came down around 6-ish to go to work. I said, before I go to sleep, my show. So I showed you thought that was a good
I got a kick out of it. It's well done.
Well done.
Good job, Donna.
That's good AI. That's good artwork. People who, you can think your stuff is great, but if it doesn't speak to an audience, the show is going to get canceled. And you got to make sure you convey. That's another thing. A lot of people have this problem in life, and not just with artwork, but with writing and whatever. They have an idea in their head that they don't fully flesh out, and they jump the gun. They put the horse before the cart. They think it's fleshed out because in their mind they understand it, but they don't realize, whoa, the product I've put out, my output, is not conveying what's in my mind. So I'm cracking up laughing because I'm thinking of all these other little things, but everyone else is staring and scratching their head because, oh shit, I, the author, failed to, flesh it out. But I'm oblivious to that fact because in my mind it makes sense, and I'm not realizing that they're not getting it. There's some people who have that problem. So if you're laughing at your own stuff and no one else is, it could be that they're all morons, or it could be you might not have fleshed it out as well as you think you have. It makes sense in your mind. The goal is to make it make sense in the audience's mind. It's about the audience, from the Latin, to listen. You got to be cognizant of an audience. And I'll show you a lovely lady from down under who did a great job with audience cognizance. Brilliant. You got it. I said my brother's going to love this.
Yes.
Man, I liked, what's his name? Totem, the Broken Clock. I did like his Oliver Hardy, dude, that was good. Yes. I think this was better. What would you say?
I would say this is better.
Donna really outdid herself here. Let's praise and simp for Donna. No, I give credit where credit's due. If a woman does a good job, she gets an applause and a pat. When I see her in person, I'll pat her on the head, pat her.
Nicely done.
Yeah. I'll say thank you for James. Thank you for letting me know about this video. I need to give Donna a proper thank you because it's brilliant. Let's take a look here. Where is it? Even though she didn't respond to my comments.
Oh.
My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses.
Yeah, he wears my flannel, but God forbid.
My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses. My name is OC and the ladies love me because I'm Chad. Give me back my sunglasses.
Actually, do you remember? It made me think. Remember some time ago, Dido. Remember Dido? My tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why. So Dido had that song, and Eminem sampled it. He did a song where he sampled Dido, and he was accused of homophobia. But Elton John, who's very much a you-know-what, maricon, rallied behind him. And at some award show, because in the song itself, you've got Eminem, and he's got the Dido sample. He sampled from the actual Dido song. But when they performed it live, it was Eminem with Elton John doing the "My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why." And where was I going with this? So, it made me think of it's like like an odd collaboration. Elton John and Eminem. It's like Elton John just shows up. He's not above taking my sunglasses and playing the piano and singing Dido for Eminem. But that was like 25 years ago or something like that, 26 years ago. It's just amazing to think about. Okay, so that's right. I'll say goodbye for this. You can join in if you want or not. You know what I'm going to sing? You have an idea? Take care. Actually, hold on. Let's give me 30 seconds. See if Brother Click can guess. Bro C didn't think of the song, but he reminded me of something funny.
Yeah, since we're talking about Elton John here, there was this show called Inside the Actor's Studio. And I'm pretty sure.
What was the guy's name? Lipman?
Yeah, Lipman. It was Lipton, yeah. So I don't know why Elton John was there, but Elton John was there being interviewed by Lipton. And Lipton just said, "Oh, hey, whenever you sing, you sound American. You don't have your English accent. And why is that?" Elton John said, I don't know. I guess most of the music I listened to growing up was from America. That's just kind of how I sing. But I guess I could always go, it's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Everyone in the audience cracked up laughing. So,
He himself is cognizant of what a British accent sounds like in song. He doesn't sing with it. It's like, it's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. That's like the audience. Yeah.
He could do it if he wanted to. He just doesn't. Yeah. But anyway, you had something else.
Join in if you want to. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? Should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. You can't hold me forever. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tickets like you on the ground. So goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, where the dogs of society howl. Ooh, can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, back to the horny back toad. Well, I find it inside. My future lies beyond the yellow brick road.